everyone. Welcome to our second episode of 10-part series on solutions for mental well-being. Inspire your organization. We're live every Monday and Friday on LinkedIn. Today is the second episode, and as part of Friday's live show, we're focusing on tips and stories what has helped you outgrow the week and staying balanced in the mind, body, and soul. My name is Kate, the CEO of impact brewing company Life of Emerald, and Dr. Aziza is a founder of GoGLOBAL Business School based in Singapore. Hello, Dr. Aziza. How are you?
I am good. Thank you so much, Kate. It's really a wonderful moments for us to come together, and I'm so excited to host this 10-part series with you. I am so excited for today's reflection day. And friends, if you are tuning in, I just wanted to shout out to you, whether watching it live or recording, you want to tell us your reflection for the day. It's just a 30 minute session that we want to hang out with you to inspire you in your organization for your mental well-being.
Absolutely. And I have been zen and I have been mindful about my thoughts and feelings throughout the week. And I wonder how your week, how your week, how has been your week? What has helped you? What came up for you? And what got you back into your feet? Dr. Aziza, would you like to share your story?
Yes, definitely. For sure. You know, these conversations get me to relook at what I have done and what I need to improve on, and also assess myself on how I can become more conscious and aware and more balanced in my consciousness. So I think this is an important moment for me. I look at the whole week to this time. The conversations we brought on, because we do a whole series, as you know, in Clubhouse, we started talking about teamwork, and we talked about how business teams show up in organizations, how business teams are formed, and how we kind of synergize and get things going, how collaborations show up. When I reflected on that, and a few people that told me, I was going through my own business team and what has actually served us, because we are a very diverse organization, as you know. I am from Singapore and we work very remote right now, more than ever, like from Singapore, from US, from India. So one of the struggles that I always have is my sleep hours. As many of you will now shout out and tell me, Aziza, don't tell me, don't tell me, Dr. Aziza, you sleep, because we don't think you sleep. So I have to say that has been one of my challenge, especially to be present and to be mindful. I'm using the word mindful in this instance, to be present in myself. And I have to say there were one or two sessions that I was with my team. I kind of was too tired and I couldn't serve as effectively as I could. So as a team player, in order to be able to serve, you want to be in your optimal stage. And I told myself this will not be so, and I'm catching up in my sleep, and I make sure I take my afternoon naps because I need to be present with them in the evening. And then that kind of really woke me up. I'm sure you're relating to what I'm saying, Kate, because you also work with people from the other time zones.
I'm laughing with you because I text you 2 a.m. You're up. 3 a.m.
By the way, now let's be clear about this. My 2 a.m. is your 3 a.m. and you are
4 a.m. I can definitely relate with you. Yeah, I'm up all night. I mean, latest at 5 a.m. And you know what drives me is the passion behind this mission, building the company. However, I understand the long-term precaution. I have to be careful about my sleep hours. Yes. And last week, on Monday, we talked about having our lunchtime schedule and non-negotiable, having that as and then we can serve. And so could you speak to us a little bit, with your less, sleeping hours? How are you managing yourself emotionally, mentally? How do you?
That's a very good question. Accountability partners work perfect. And I manifested an accountability partner in Clubhouse. He just called me out one of these days because we were part of this group, right? And we ended up in a WhatsApp group. He's like, Dr. Azeeza, I think I need to help you to make sure that you are accountable for your sleep. And he actually got me into a practice of sleeping early and being present. And he even guided me on how I should use the app. And by 8:30, by 12:30, my phone actually goes off. So it reminds me that I'm supposed to be in bed. So if I am a naughty girl, as I am always, I kind of stay awake. But the truth is, I am aware, and I know that I need to pull myself back and go to bed. And I feel that that is a practice, that is a habit that I have acquired. So in a conscious space, I am aware that my body needs the sleep, and I am working on it and I'm improving on it, not to judge myself, not to go into a guilt trip. It's like, oh my God, my body needs the sleep. So what becomes a self-sabotage, I've realized, is when I wake up in the morning and say, oh, I've not had that 8 hours sleep. And then your mind kind of tells your body you don't have enough sleep, and then you go flat with it. Alternatively, just knowing that, okay, I've not had enough sleep. So how can I bring my body up to pace in healing and getting into this momentum? So I go into afternoon naps as needed. So this kind of balances off. And nowadays, work from home is the best gift that humanity has been given. At the same time, I know many corporates nowadays set aside timeouts where they have a cozy corner. And I feel that that's going to be a very important element as the world, kind of coming back to the work-life momentum, back to office and all of that. A nap corner will be, or what we call a rejuvenation corner, would be very impactful. When I visited Google in Silicon Valley, I actually visited their cozy corner lots and all of that, and how they really pamper their staff, and that energizes them at a whole new level.
So I'm listening to you with the body as well. As I mentioned on Monday, I am receiving information through the body. That's my mental well-being practice these days. And being in the present moment, listening to you, what comes up for me is how do we tame our passion, right? So it's a go-go because we want to go-go, right? But now I'm happy you found a kind of a partner checks you in on sleeping, sleeping adequately for your body. Yeah.
Well, I'm your partner, darling. We're together in this. I'm going to be an accountability partner, paid forward. And I know a few of you have joined us on LinkedIn as well as in Facebook. You want to leave us your comment on how you have been catching up with your sleep, with your well-being, and especially supporting corporates and as your business team players. How about creating an accountability partner in your organization? I think that would be a great one. Don't you think so? And I love what you asked that question. How do you tame your passion? What tells you that you need to tame your passion? You just have to become disciplined, and it's a wiring in our brain that tells us that we need to be awake to live our dream. Or rather, I would say there is a saying, you need to stay awake to live your dream. But the truth is, your dream is still manifested, your passion is still manifested when you are asleep, but that's in a different realm. It's being taken care of. But in our mind, we want to control it, and we feel like we need to do all of these things to make it happen. So that's a very different level of conversation that I feel we can go into in our future sessions. But truly, it is staying awake to live your dream. At the same time, you are doing justice to your body. You don't have to, stay awake to fuel your dream. You can go to bed and have yourself all used up and feel complete every time you go to bed. And put in some musics and some aromas to really make yourself go to bed. Because in the end, if not, you become insomnia. For a moment, I was feeling that way, like I couldn't go to bed. But for me, when I knock onto bed, I'm like gone. You understand what I mean? Like gone.
Dr. Aziza, you are pointing out the concepts that are deep, and as we put an intention to go deeper than what conventional people talk about mental well-being. And though I realize that we need to do the baby step. So today is 2 episodes. Let's go diving deeper. Perhaps next week's coming up, and I want to sort of bridge the gap between spirituality and pragmatic world. And your feet is perfectly grounded in the pragmatic world. I'm learning with you, and for our audience listening in, not everyone is passionate about their job. Yeah. How do we support these listeners?
Very good question. I mean, like, you're not passionate about your job. You want to go find out what are you passionate about life first. Because I've seen many people who are passionate about life end up being passionate about the job that they felt that they did not like. Because most of the time, not being passionate is not about the job. Even if you go hopping to 100 jobs, and I know for a fact nowadays youngsters are very prone to, like, let me get all this experience and all this excitement going from job to job. That's because they have not found their passion in their life and what is their purpose they're meant to be serving. So when they find that, anywhere they go, they will become useful.
Hmm.
I think
I
that's
love
where.
I love that. It's a matter of knowing what we want, or sort of aligning to the soul, body, and mind, the yes, internal yes. And let's give them a slack. I'm in my 40s, approaching 40s, and if we're speaking to Generation Z, X, and Y, it's okay to find passion by dabbling into this and that, this and that. Though I think you have a key point here. While dabbling in here and there, trying lots of things like butterflies, what we need to look forward to, these experience. Is it aligning to what I really want to do? Is it, vibing with me? Am I really, does it come effortlessly? And so that let's put that aside, Dr. Aziza, and going to more of how you overcame some of the challenges this week. You mentioned teamwork and synergy. Could you speak a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. I just want to tie in both. When we have team members who are clear of what they want in their life, they are a joy to work with, like you and I. So we've not even met, just coming together because the clarity in individuals just shine through and they blend in. And we don't have to become judgmental. We don't have to become what you call, like, upset or anything. We just know that we stand for each other for what needs to happen. And that's what a teamwork is. Many business owners struggle, or management teams struggle with their personal teams because they do not know how to merge the two, like getting everybody to be aligned to their own values, to their own clarity. Then coming together becomes a breeze. So for me, in alignment with my team was the very first step. Even though we come from different countries, we have this core value of love and peace, and that the message that we want to give to the world is in the form of empowerment to bring in their greatness to themselves. So having that in mind, regardless of which country we are from, what language we speak, we really, like, narrow down to one focus. So that has supported my organization a lot. So is that a smooth ride? No, because I actually just told you a problem. We have different languages, we have different cultures, and so it is an intertwined thing. So it is about giving that empathy, that the sense of, I said about non-judgmental, and I'm going to share with you the 5 agreements that Don Miguel has talked about. And if you make it your mantra, I tell you, you will be a great asset to any organization you go into. And that will be like the top in the chart for any management to talk with and be with. And I feel that will be a great one. Do you want to talk into that?
Dr. Aziza, you could talk into the 5 agreements and share with us. Could I share my story this week? Yeah.
Of course, I want to hear from you what's going on for you, and I thought you've already shared. So oops, I want to hear from you. Yes, what has been going on for you, Kate?
Yeah, as we publicly shared, I have been sleep deprived. You can say that. Though I don't feel that, I don't feel tired. I feel energized. Though I know my body needs some more rest. So yesterday I took some nap, and that pushed me into sleeping a little later. So what I need to do is discipline myself. And it's not like having the passion drive me, but me have to stay in the center like the lighthouse and check my body, my mind, my brain, my nutrition, what I tell myself, emotional, everything. And finance too. You spoke about five intelligence last on Monday, and everything is now coming together. And what happened for me, I realized that I was getting more agitated uh, throughout the week, and I caught myself, and I went into a meditation, and I talked to myself, why are you being agitated? Because at the core, this mission-driven company, you need to practice love, peace, harmony at all time. That's the priority, and respecting other people. Yeah, agitation doesn't help anybody. And so I was able to course correct myself, right? And send a meditation prayer to people. Please forgive me. I'm working on it. Like good. Everyone's evolving, and no one's perfect. And really grateful for the room for self-assess, room for I course correct, self-correct, and room for asking forgiveness and forgiving others, and coming back to the center. That's been my story. So Dr. Aziza, what is this five agreement thing about? I want to
Well,
learn.
I would love to share that, and it's tying into what you just said. It is a five agreement is tying into what you just said about being compassionate first of all with yourself. And I'm going to touch on it in a extended way. What's very important is for us to be compassionate towards ourselves. I tell you, I can't say enough about how harsh sometimes we are with ourselves and judging ourselves, and like calling out all these crazy voices in us telling us how wrong we are, what all we need to do, and really ruling over our well-being and taking over our life. And that kind of really puts us into too much of stress. So I'm just happy that you are now becoming aware of the body. Physical intelligence is the key, which we usually ignore as we go on this journey of mission and vision. And many a time, and I know a lot of people who let their body go because they couldn't handle it in their physical self. And I have very personal conversations on that as well. So I'm just very aware that our physical intelligence needs to step up. And then also that directly relates to emotional intelligence at cellular level. Because, sometimes as simple as sitting up straight in your room in when you're doing something gives you a new sense of strength, the energy space. So it's such a simple exercise you can do right now as you listen to this in whatever posture you are. If you're already sitting up straight, stand up and you'll see the sudden vibration and opening up. Exercises really open your body to a new level of beingness. And these are such small nuances in physical intelligence. It ties in with our emotional well-being as well. So I'm going to jump into the five agreement as we kind of round off the session. And these five agreements, I want you to pen it down. It's from the book called Five Agreement by Don Miguel. And he is from Mexico and has done some amazing work across the world. The first in the five agreement is to be impeccable with your word. It is you standing up for what you're saying without going into any kind of judgments or justification, just being your word. Whatever you say, you can do it, say you can. If you can't do it, stand up for it and say you can't, and be at peace with it. Don't feel guilty that you've said no to somebody and being upset over it. So it is not about others judging you, by the way. Just to give a context to this five agreements. Sometimes we put up rules or agreements and then we judge people like, hey, why didn't you do that? So this five agreement is about everybody checking within yourself. So just having it as a reminder in your desktop, in your office, in your homes, it gives you this vibration of awareness that's very powerful. So the number one is to be impeccable. Shall I share it on the screen? Maybe I should, right?
Up to you.
Yeah. So let me just see if I can get it out there. So one is to be impeccable with your words. Number two, don't take anything personal. What are you
A-
hearing?
oh, yeah, nothing personal.
Nothing
That's what I hear.
personal. Yeah, especially when we are at work in our business, people are just task orientated. So sometimes what's showing up for them is just for the work to be done. Some of them are nowadays, everybody is very evolved and very clear. So if we are going to do something in that context, we really want to be sure that we are not just doing it like everything that people say, you want to take it personal and then like worry about it, or think really like, oh, why did this person say this to me or say that to me, and get upset over it. That will not serve us. So don't take anything personal. And sometimes when even people shout at you, I know this is going to sound crazy, right? People can shout at you. Sometimes it's not even about you and not even about the situation. It could be something that happened at home or and the same thing, people at home. It could be something that's happened in the office, that your spouse or your partner, your family members reacting that way. And sometimes it could be from the past experience. So if you're going to take it personal and why people are doing this to you and doing that to you, it's just going to hurt you. And number three, don't make assumptions. I think this is a powerful tool for everybody. If you make assumptions, you know what assume means? As you mean. Assume. So you don't want to put yourself into a space of really getting yourself into some things that doesn't serve you. And I'm sorry if it's like, coming out too strong. Go on, go on.
Okay, so don't make assumptions. We can tell someone not to do that, but we have to bring in the conversation about cognitive biases, cognitive dissonance, things that we get culturally conditioned by. We can talk about that next week or following week. Yeah, thank you for
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Please talk into the 5 agreements, Kate, because I don't think these are anything new to you. You are already living it. I'm just bringing it out to light. Many of us who are watching this, and especially in the conscious space, we are doing it. Our conversation in this program is to take it to the next level. If you're already practicing these, take it to the next level. Like, are you judging people doing these 5, not practicing this 5 agreement? That will be the next level, right? And then are you afraid that you'll be shining out, in your darkness out of the soul, whether you're going to get that to be afraid that people will do these things to you? That would be the next level. So don't make assumptions. People show up as they are, and always ask. If something you're not clear, always ask. And your statements, when you ask, make it a question. Are you doing this to me? Will be very, very attacking. So you don't want to make statements that attack another human being. You want to ask them, what is the reason for you to show up this way? Or what is it that is, affecting you? Ask it instead of assuming, is this why you're doing this? And then we are off with that. The next one, number 4, always do your best. And also, and I want to add on to that, stand for others to do their best. Trust that others are doing their best. This is something that, because of the management corporate environment we are in, we are always pressurized to feel perfect, or the need to feel perfect, and knowing that we are all born with complete imperfection.
I'm one of them.
And our OCD takes over us. You know that, Kate. And so it is about, you want to say something about that?
Oh no, this is just really really fun. But could I try number 5, Dr. Aziza?
Yes,
Yeah,
please do.
yeah. I like to implement the Buddhism philosophy here for number 5. Be skeptical sounds to me, not be in a space of non-judgment, non-skeptical, just being in an empty space. but learn to listen, and from listening, let our wisdom arise. So there's no need for skepticism. There's no need for judgment, or there's no need for, you know, just taking all the information just as is. Just be neutral first, and be learn to listen, and let whatever wisdom come from the quietness. Then we can act.
Yes. 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 And you know what? Don Miguel had only 4 agreements. He brought in the 5th agreement quite recently because that grounds us actually. Because some of us and I have always been told, let me just tell you, that I grew, a lot of my friends told me that I have a very Ethiopian mindset. So I'm like, everything is possible, everything is perfect, everyone is positive, the world is heavenly. So that is me, right? So at the same time, that got me into all the trouble that I have gone through in relationships, in growing, my business and everything. So when I got this number 5, I was like, wow, how to be skeptical but learn to listen. That means you are listening in with a little bit of distrust. Like, really?
I
And
understand.
you're tuning in, like what you say, Kate. I loved it when you say listen with your whole body and your whole beingness, and you will get that message. I know this is going to go a little bit other direction, but I don't want to go too much there. The truth of the matter is, I'm trying to make it as grounded as possible. I'm sure everybody's seeing how much I'm struggling with that, but this is where, anyway, many people are available. If you are listening to this, you are meant to be receiving this in the way that you are meant to get it. So being skeptical is really not being skeptical all the way, saying that what you're saying is correct, rather being skeptical and willing to listen from the other side of the coin, like listening to what other perspectives is showing up and what other truths could be there. And this is a powerful one because in our teachings with late Buckminster Fuller, he talked about one situation has 6 different angles to look at. So just as an example, right, if I have a phone and I'm telling you my phone is showing 401, can you say no to me, Kate?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say no to me?
Yeah,
If
I
I'm
can.
telling you my phone is showing 401?
I can say that.
Yeah, you can, because what do you see?
I don't see.
You don't
I,
see. What do you see? You see a blank thing. Even if I tell you I'm holding a phone, you can doubt it too, because this could be just a black case I'm holding. That's it, right? So that is so much of, until we become like ask questions and go into listening on what is it the situation is, become much more relieved. And so this element that when Don Miguel brought in, I thought was like profound. It was profound because we have always been in that space of like too good and too true, like too good to be true. But
I
the
want to,
world right now is too good and true. Go ahead.
yeah, I want to add something here. As a truth seeker, I am the skeptical, your version of explanation based on Don Miguel's philosophy. What comes up for me is that when we are skeptical, let's say 20% out of 100%, in a way, we're giving people the slack to be themselves. In a way, we're giving them slack to be slack to value their own reality as their reality, though, because truth is a compilation of a lot of things, including the context, environment, all of that. So that skepticism to me sounds like um, not putting all your egg in one basket, because there's multiple truths happening all at once. Cool. Yeah. Dr. Aziza, we are now very close to ending. And, I can talk to you forever, and I'm happy we have 8 more episodes to dialogue about this. So, for the next 1 minute, could you share about your company? What are you cooking right now? And I will share that too and close the meeting today.
Sure. Not a problem. Our organization, Go Global Business School, stands for conscious leadership as a way of beingness for business leaders and management teams to take on a new level of truth in their being, and standing for the truth of who we can be and how we can support humanity at a whole new level. So we are promoting a lot of powerful progress for conscious leadership programs to show up in organizations and corporates and get them to move away from the head into their heart, into their truth, and make it a conscious progress in life. So I would say that, and I would love to see more corporates take on this journey and more corporates embracing well-being as a means of, being conscious and aware so that we can experience love and peace in life. So that's the direction we are taking. And definitely a lot of trainers, coaches, mentors also advocate this, and we are looking forward to reaching out to them to come together as a community as well. Mm-hmm. So you want to share with us your 30-day program. I think you have an amazing 30-day program that you offer to corporates and individuals. You want to share that?
Definitely. let me smile with my heart about what you share. Hold on. Okay, so Life of Emerald is an impact-driven company supporting corporate workers, corporate employees, upgrade our mental well-being consciousness. And the program we've created last year with the Stanford Graduate School of Business Lisa lead incubator, startup incubator, is called 30-Day Happiness Program. On there, our clients spend 15 minutes a day taking care of themselves. The point, the purpose of this program is to bring, the power and validation that we seek from outside in. We're flipping the paradigm. So we must take care of ourselves, fill our cups full, and then from that centered, grounded self, we can support others more impactfully. That's the idea. So if you would like to find out more, please visit lifeofemerald.com/all-classes. Dr. Azeeza, what do you say? Are we good to end the session here?
Absolutely. I'm so excited for the week that has been spent. We finished 2 episodes. We'll see more people. We'll have more to share on the 3rd episode on Monday. That is at 8:30 p.m. Singapore time and Korean time 9:30 a.m. Sorry, a.m. Did I say p.m.?
Almost 9:30 a.m. Dr. Azeeza, do you have a 30-second meditation for us to close the session with?
Okay, we can do that. You want to lead it, or you want me to do that?
I would love for you to lead it.
Okay, thank you so much. And let's close your eyes. Taking a deep breath in, intentional breath through your nose. And as you exhale through your mouth, really till the last breath. Just keep breathing out as much as you can, feeling energies that is holding lag in your body getting released. One more time, take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale. One more time. Exhale. As you exhale, feel your feet on the ground and really feeling the feet. Feeling your feet and the floor. Merging into one, and your groundedness to the ground. Taking subtle breaths in. Feeling grounded and light. And that moment, feel the root of your feet connecting to the core of Mother Earth, holding you strong in its embrace. The core of Mother Earth holding you in with your root of your feet. Supported. Now visualize a light, the white light from the core of Mother Earth, shooting into your feet. And as you keep having subtle breaths in and out, enjoying this white light right now. Up your feet, onto your legs, your torsos, your hands, your heart, your chakras from your all the way up to your chest, your throat, your face, your crown, and feel the energy of white light embracing in you, and feel it right now shooting out from your crown to the sky. And smile and feel the rootedness that you are, the blessing you are, the focal point you are in serving the world. With that smile, with that shine, open your eyes, feeling rejuvenated.
You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Peace, greetings to
Sorry.
everybody. Having a blessed, blessed weekend ahead. We look forward to catching up with you soon. Kate, to you.
Yeah, everyone, we'll see you on Monday. We'll bring in one expert and we'll have a three-way dialogue. Happy to see you again. Thank you. Bye now.
See you. Bye for now. Bye bye.